What is going on, guys? Sid here with another FIFA 23 video, and welcome to the RTG on this channel. So guys, if you missed the previous video, we did pack an absolutely insane icon in the form of Ngolo Kante, and guys, I went straight back to the offline grinding and finishing out the rest of the stuff that I had to finish out. So we did the play to style plus, right? We literally just had to play one extra match after finishing out those objectives, and we did get a FUT Birthday Team 1 player pack, right? So that's always good times, right? So open the pack, right? I'm doing this recording in post-processing, right? But I opened the pack, right? This was like last night, and we just got a Yuri, right? So that's fine, right? But I really wanted to try out the Ngolo Kante in the side, right? And I needed like the extra swaps token from First Owner Fiesta, so we went into Homegrown 11, which is unofficially the hardest mode in FIFA 23, right? For some reason, right, only elite level players play in Homegrown 11. I don't know why that is, right? But it's just the absolutely most like hilarious thing, right? It's only D1 players and elite level players, right? It's all you're matching up against in this mode, right? So I knew what I was up. I knew what was gonna happen, right? But guys, when I tell you this was a barn burner of a match, it was an absolutely intense match from start to finish, and I really wanted to test the team out, right? So this was like last night, right? After I put Petit in the side, right? I played a couple like tune-up matches, like just to like feel out the card, just get a nice feeling out process, right? But then I went full speed in this match, right? So Homegrown 11, right? And it's literally just to pick up the extra swap token, and then, you know, I went back to offline grinding like right after, right? It's really nauseating, right? But I'm on the last of the FUT Birthday objectives, right, to yield me some more huge killer packs, right, in the next video, right? But and I've also got to do some like grinding and rivals too, right? But Homegrown 11 was pretty much this match was pretty much like one of the only matches, right, that I played and really like played at a high level and really tested out the capabilities of the Petit card, right? Because we are playing Petit alongside Xabi Alonso, right, as our two center mids, right? So you know, with the formation that I'm running, right, the primary formation that I'm running, your center mids have to be extremely well-rounded, and their work rates have to be really, really good, right? Otherwise, they do get bossed like pretty easily in the midfield, because it is simply, you know, like two center mids, right? And it's a pretty this formation kind of like can get you into some trouble, right? If you don't play the formation absolutely correctly, right? And yeah, it's one of those things where I got the hang of the cards, but my opponent was just like, I got the hang like really early on, right? I was playing at a super high tempo all match long, right? And I was like, okay, you know what? Really wanted to test out the Grealish, test out. Whoa, my alarm's going off. I wanted to test out the Ben Yedder, the Petit. I wanted to test out everybody working together, right, in my team, in my starting side, right? So Mbappe, Jorginho, Ben Yedder, Grealish, Ederson. I actually want to talk about Ederson for a second, right? I know it seems like we're not going in like, you know, like attacker, midfield, defense, backline order, right? But my backline's working fine, right? Even though I let in 2 goals at this point in the game, at this point in the match, it doesn't matter, right? The issue that I have right now is that I sent through my Pope, my Showdown Pope, in one of the objectives, right? Hold on, I got a cough. Jeez, guys, this kind of like sickness, like the remnants of it is like still lingering, and it's just like irking the hell out of me. But what can you do, right? Just drinking a lot of like lemon water, lemon and honey water, and things like that, right? But yeah, guys, Ederson, right? My back line is fine, right? We've got Capdevia. We've subbed out Stones for Ramos. Got a cough again. Back with Toure. And a good challenge to bring that attack to. But yeah, the back line's Capdevia, John Stones, Maldini, and Zambrotta. Absolutely killer backline, right? I have no problems with the starting backline, right? It's as good as any backline outside of like the Team of the Year cards, right? But you know, Ramos comes on as a super sub. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Guys, look at this match. It's 4-4. Look at this match. It's an absolutely killer match. My opponent is like going guns blazing, right? He's really matching my tempo, and he's matching me move for move, right? So that's how the first half finishes, right? Petit, he's good. He's good, right? And we have Thuram on the bench, and we have a couple other players on the bench, right? That makes me not a Timber as well, right? And it doesn't lend me to be, it doesn't make me worried at all, actually, right? Because my super subs are there, right? My super subs are Petit with that slide tackle just now, right? But yeah, you can bring on Thuram, like you know, like I have options, right? I have killer options for my starting team. I have killer options for my subs bench. My Grealish puts away a goal, right? It took me a little while to get the hang of that Grealish card. No lies, no bones about that, right? Grealish, I actually want to try out like the Diaz card, right? The Diaz card I got done recently, right? It was like one of the last cards I actually did. And I didn't really get to test them out, but the Grealish card, right? It took me a lot longer than expected to get the hang of the card, but once I did, he's kind of like my left wing. He plays similar to the left wing. He plays similar to Jorginho, right? It's like the left wing version of the Jorginho. You just have to expect that when you're in the box and you're skilling, or you know, you're just engaging with your opponent, that Grealish is the type of player that just falls down in the box, right? And yeah, his Diaz kind of like sinks away a goal, right? So look at the score right now, right? It's like 6-5, and it's just absolute, like, you know, like this match, this match pretty much was the only match I played serious last night, right? Because it was like, it's so much offline grinding, right? Like right now, like all the things you have to do in FIFA, it's just offline, which is cool, which is absolutely, you know, it gives you a break from the monotony of online, like, grinding, right? Like the online modes, which is just like hyper competitive 24/7, right? I don't think there are any modes that take it easy for some reason, right, this year. And I don't know. I think also it's because like only the serious players are left, right? Like after Team of the Year, only the serious players stay in FIFA for this long, right? A lot of casual gamers, they switch games at this point, which is understandable. We've also switched games, right? We're doing Castlevania, right? But this was easy enough, right? It's like minimal effort, right? Like minimal investment. The investment is just time, right? At the current moment, right? Because it's like I'm saying, it's like a lot of squad battles, right? Gotta cough again. It's a lot of squad battles, right? And you guys know this. If you guys are doing the objectives, you guys already know that, you know, you there's a possibility that you can get something absolutely cool at the end, you know, for completing all of the objectives, which is awesome, right? It's essentially like freebies, right? It's free fodder, right? And you can't really complain, right? But with the teams that you're coming up against at this stage in the game, with the teams that you're coming up against, it's just, you know, like there's not too big of a gap, but you can tell when there's a gap, right, in terms of like the power of your opponent's teams at this stage, like the pay-to-win teams or like the really lucky teams, right? There's still that gap. That gap is still there, right? So you have to compensate for that with your just your natural skill level in FIFA, right? And guys, this save was huge, right? Ederson came up big for me with that penalty, right? And look at this match. It's 7-5, and I'm trying my best, right? And my Ederson is just like, he's letting in so many goals, right? I had sent through my Nick Pope, but the Ederson, you know, like, and he had a better percentage, like a save percentage. Like it's what I'm feeling right? And it's kind of unnerving. It's kind of really unnerving, right? But the Ederson, you use it for links, right? So maybe later on I'll switch out my Ederson. But guys, I just really wanted to highlight this match before we got into the second half of today's video, right? Which is literally like the SBCs that they dropped for today. So this match finished 8-5, guys. 8-5, high scoring match. Technically, that's for a, you know, for if this were real life, you would never want to see a match finish out 8-5, right? It means you're not defensively sound, right? But you know, you're supposed to be low scoring, right? But very entertaining, very arcadey, of course, right? But look at that goal that Ederson just let in, right? Obviously, the power on the shot was a lot, but should have blocked. He should have held it better, right? But yeah, guys, 4-4 by the 51st minute. It's just absolutely wild, right? What a wild ride this match was. My opponent was super cool, right? He put away some really killer goals, right? And he tore me to shreds more times than not, right? This match could have really just went either way, right? Even though it seemed like there was a huge gap, like the gap started widening at the end, the match could have really just, you know, went south for me, right? I got really lucky with my final 3 goals, right? And just to break away from my opponent, right? To make it 8-5, right? So we get the swap tokens. We get a 183 plus double player, right? Pack. So cool, right? That's how I ended out the video last night, right? And then this morning when I got up, I just started regrinding in squad battles. I'm halfway through it, right? I'm halfway through the final portion of the FUT Birthday squad battles set of like objectives, right? And it's just it's monotonous. It's tiring. I gotta cough again. But I was like, you know what? When we log in today, when I wanted to make the video today, I was like, you know what? I know they're gonna drop some SBC, some random SBC that just to like unload your fodder in, right? And guys, they dropped Ngolo Kante, right? Obviously he's gonna be out of my price range, right? Obviously because it's a pure RTG. Like these blocks are just super expensive, right? I may do the blocks, right? Because Kante could possibly link in the side quite easily, right? Because he's French and he's a Prem player, right? He satisfies 2 of the categories, right? In my team at least, right? But they dropped the 84 plus by 5s, right? So guys, I said to myself, all right, you know what? Let's unload the fodder. Let's have some fun. FUT Birthday is giving out some really cool things, right? Just for logging in, right? If you log in consecutively, right? The daily login upgrades give you like essentially free fodder, right? So you can't really complain, right? It's just like free rolls of the die, right? So this brings us to today's video, right? Just sent that through really quickly, right? And we got 6 more minutes remaining. You guys can easily just like use your mouse and click over to, you know, like skip to the more relevant sections if you want. If you get annoyed with my voice, you know, you hear that raspiness in the voice, right? But you know, guys, it's this cold is lingering, right? Whatever the hell this is, I think it's like walking pneumonia. I don't know, right? Or bronchitis. I have no clue, right? But it's like a month, right? But it's not like 2 videos ago I explained this to you guys in the Castlevania video. You guys are gonna know, right? That's still like, it's still in like the most like recent videos, right? But yeah, I've just been sick for like the past like month now, right? Like 3 weeks. Yeah, so I don't know what happened there, but the commentary track just kind of like gave me some like a weird error message for like the first time ever, right? It's very odd, right? But yeah, yeah, I was sick for like quite some time, and you know, like I was like sick when I like jump back into like FIFA. So I spent the weekend just grinding up to like the fodder that you see here. Why not? Why not throw them into the 84 plus by 5s, right? And the 84 plus by 5s are repeatable, ladies and gentlemen. So I had enough. I had like literally like 3 Team of the Week cards, right? So it made it quite easy for me, right? And just like picking up like the packs from like the daily logins and doing like simple little objectives here and there, right? It's literally minimal investment, right? And it's just a time investment, right? For just playing FIFA. It's just a grinding investment, which is cool. It's cool, right? Okay, so like right here, my mic started glitching out again, right? It was giving me problems like all throughout, right? So yeah, it's just a time investment, right? So guys, I really want you guys to just see what we do, like what we get in the 84 plus by 5s, right? I'll show you the process, right? The process is like pretty straightforward, right? So we open up this 84 plus by 5, and we get a FUT Birthday card, guys. We get Gibril So, right? So 87 pace, 84 defending, 85 dribble, 86 physicality, right? Shooting stats don't really mean much, right? I mean, you could technically, round out the card with pace and shooting, or shooting and defending. Actually, it's a very, very, very versatile center mid card, right? Very, very well rounded, right? I would personally be using a shadow on this card, right? Looks like a really, really strong card for the rating, right? For the Bundesliga, right? Obviously, I'm not running a Bundesliga side, right? That's not my hybrid. So, unfortunately, I had to send him through, right? He's only going for like 14K, like 14, 15K. So I didn't feel too bad, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let me roll the dice again, right? So yeah, another round of 84 plus by 5s, right? And simple enough, right? So another dense video, right? All things considered, right? And the next 584 plus players pack. Can we get anything good, right? I don't want to give it away. But yeah, we're sending Kovacic to the club that duplicate Kovacic. And yeah. I sound really chill today, right? I'm highly self-aware, right? At times, right? So I think it's because I'm like super sick. I think it's because I'm like super sick. The energy levels are just like, But yeah, guys, Chukwueze, 87 rated in the second batch of 84 plus by 5s. And if you put a finisher on that card, it's a pretty strong card. I think his shooting stats go up to like somewhere in the 90s, and his dribbling stats are like 95, right? So it's, all things considered, it's a really good 87 rated card, right? A really strong card, right? Not a bad set of other pulls, right? High low, like the stats on the card are so well distributed, right? His aggression is the only thing that's like really low, right? So he does drop in the box, obviously, right? But I was like, okay, you know what is he going for? He's only going for like 20K, right? And I didn't feel that bad, right? Because you have the 84 plus by 5s that are repeatable by 3, and I was literally able to do this, right? And I'm not complaining, right? Just like changing around, seeing what I can get away with, right? And I think I made an 84 there, and yeah, sending it through, guys. So we get 3, right? We did the 84 plus by 5 3 times, right? So yeah, and here we go, guys. I'm gonna open this pack right now. I don't want to spoil it or give it away, guys. The runtime on this video is 19 minutes and 59 seconds, right around 20 minutes. But yeah, guys, I've still got my work cut out for me. I got 5 more squad battles to do, then we'll have a huge video for tomorrow. But guys, bust, right? 2 rolls, we get 2 FUT Birthday cards. Don't get a third, right? We get 2 in the 84 plus by 5s is what I mean, right? 3 FUT Birthday cards in this video, which is not bad, but they're not the ones that I'm looking for. Peace, love, all the blessings to you and yours. Cheers. Sid, out.